destroy the evil forces of the Decepticons, the Transformers. Robots in disguise, the Transformers. More than meets the eye, the Transformers.
Hello everyone, it's Retroaction, and it's time for more Triple Changers, as this is Transformers G1 Broadside, released by Hasbro in 1986. Here's another one. This is the second Autobot Triple Changer that I've reviewed, also from 1986. Last one being Sandstorm, which I'll bring in at the end, so we can have a look at them side by side. Alright, so this is Broadside. He was released by Hasbro in 1986, and so here we are with the aircraft carrier. We're going to start here with the aircraft carrier mode. It's quite unique actually for Transformers G1, to be honest with you. I quite like this mode. Now it's completely out of scale with the rest of the figures, and as you can see, it's absolutely tiny. It definitely wouldn't work with the rest of the toy line, but as it is, I quite like it. It's pretty cool. As you can see, the control tower is ridiculously small. Is that called the control tower? But anyway, as you can see, we've got 86 on there, which of course is a reference to when it came out, 1986, with the rub sign. We've got a very worn Autobot insignia there. Bit of a shame. Could do, yeah, a bit of a shame, really. I don't replace the stickers on any of the G1s, but that might be worthwhile. Now, it has this cockpit under there, which is spring-loaded, and doesn't really lock in place, so that tends to get scratched up. This one doesn't look too bad. There's a slight scratch on it there, but probably could end up being worse than that. And there's another terrible what's in there. Well, terrible condition anyway. There's not much else to say about this mode. We do have some die-cast metal parts, being this is 1986 when they started to phase out the die-cast parts. It's quite cool that we still have some die-cast parts in here. The rub sign is there, pretty cool, 1986. I don't believe this guy got re-released in the 1991 European Classics line with the gold boxes. I don't think he was one of those. Sandstorm was, and Springer, but I don't think they reissued Broadside. And that's about it for this mode, to be honest with you. It looks quite cool. Now the instructions tell you to have these parts out here, which I actually prefer them folding up like this. You can fold them away like that, and then yeah, they fold away then, and that gets them out of the way. I think that looks a bit better, but the instructions insist you do that, which doesn't look as good, in my opinion. I kind of prefer folding them away like this. As you can see, they can fold away. I think it looks better that way, but there we go. And we do have the copyright there, Hasbro, 1986. Takara Co Limited, 1986. Quite interesting. This one actually says 1986, not 1985. But sometimes they have like the year before that the toy was actually released as the copyright. That seems to be quite a common case for G1. But no, this one actually has, most toys actually, but this one actually has the year it came out on there, so that's quite interesting. Some nice detailing on there, and there's some nice detailing all around this mode. It's pretty cool. I mean, it fits quite well. It looks pretty cool. This bit, I quite like the look of this mode. I think it's pretty neat, and it's probably its best mode, to be perfectly honest with you. I quite like the detailing we've got going on there. It looks quite nice. It's a bit plain though, and again, it's just rather small for being an aircraft carrier. But it's the only aircraft carrier we get in G1, so for that, I think it's pretty cool. Right, anyway, so that's the aircraft carrier mode. It's pretty cool. I like the detailing on this bit here. I like the building and the structure. You do have visible hands though, and there's a lot going on under that. And again, I just think if you fold these away, it looks much better, but you know, there we go. We have some wheels there as well, which is quite interesting. And that is it for this mode. Okay, right, so the transformer, what we're going to do is, there's a little tab, there's a little, like a post there, and it's going to fit into this port, like so. So that holds that in place. We're now going to take it to the aircraft mode. Right, so as you can see, this now forms the nose cone, and then we're going to come to this part under here, basically just going to turn it upside down now. And then I think I'm supposed to do this first, to be honest with you. These are tabbed in quite tightly in there. There we go. Getting with the wings. These are metal. So as you can see, they kind of just fall back down, unfortunately. Yeah, these do move a lot. It's a bit of a shame. Right, so that folds the way back there. Again, it clips into place. These don't. And they're definitely metal, as you can see, because they're just sliding away with the place. So there's a lot of weight to them. We have these really nice tail fins, which are chromed, which is pretty cool. And we just bring those up like so. As you can see, got some really nice chrome on that. And this bit, I think this bit folds away as well. Yep, same sort of system going on there. Just tab it into there, and that creates the landing gear, or the rear landing gear. You can see. I think these might be metal. It looks like it, so that's pretty cool. Still got metal parts on this guy for 1986. It's quite impressive. And that is the jet mode. And then what we do is we take these two missiles, which are quite cool. I quite like these. It's pretty neat. Some nice moulding on that. They attach with this post here onto this port on the wings, if the thing will focus. You can see there's a post there, and they go on either side. Excuse me. And yeah, as you can see, these wings don't really stay in place. It's a bit of a shame. So you have it like that. Now I'm not sure how far these wings are supposed to be. If they're supposed to be all the way back like that, if they're meant to be swept back like so, or a bit further forward. I'm not entirely sure, but they stay in this position somewhat. That's as far back as they go, and I think that looks pretty cool. Yeah, this doesn't look right. And by the way, that is the jet mode. It's okay. It looks a bit strange. I like the cockpit. There's some nice detailing in the cockpit. Not really sure what that is. Doesn't really look like seats or anything. But there we go. It's just these wings. You try and take off. Try and fly this around the house or whatever, and the wings are just going to come in like in an attack position or something. It's a bit crazy. Yeah. A bit of a downside. I like the stickers though, it's pretty cool. Got some nice Autobot insignias on either side, either wing. But yeah, that's the biggest downside for me. And it looks very weird at the back here. Tail fins all the way up here, and you got, yeah, it's a bit of a strange look. You've got some nice thrusters though going on there, like engines. It's pretty cool. And there's some nice detailing in there as well. Overall, it's not too bad. So, yep, that's that. But you do have the visible hands. It's not the greatest jet mode in the world, though. It looks a bit strange, but my biggest problem with it is that you try and move it around and move around the place, and these wings just flop around all over the place. That's the biggest downside for me. And these just look out of place, if you ask me. But there we go. Yeah, it's a bit of a strange look, really. And you've got this clear blue plastic which is spring loaded, and it kind of holds in place, but it's a bit crazy, really. There we go. It's definitely not as good as Jetfire or any of those figures, but there you have it. That is the jet mode. It sits quite well, and there you have it. Okay, so transform it to the final mode, which is robot mode. What we do is we take the nose cone, fold it back, bring the head, then we bring up these parts, like so, fold away the tail fins, bring this part down to form the legs, and these, again, I kind of think that works a bit better, but the instructions show it like this, with these parts just hanging off the feet there, which doesn't look that great, to be perfectly honest with you. There we go. But to be fair, the whole robot mode doesn't look that good, as I'm about to come on to. Now for these parts, you've got to get these arms out now, which is a bit of a pain. Which is why I put off doing this review for so long. I think I have to open up these parts again. It's a bit annoying because you have to come in out. This side's okay, or was. And I tried it earlier. Yeah, these arms are... They haven't done a very good job hiding the arms, have they? Yep. This arm should come out okay, but doesn't really want to right now. It's coming out earlier. Excuse me. It was coming out earlier. It's not coming out now though. Just 1 second. Something like that. The window's open, it's getting a bit cold now. Let's try this side. This side's actually the worst side, but I can't get the other side out, so... It's got a good head sculpt, but there we go. This side's actually the worst one, but it's actually coming out better than... It came out easier than this one now. Just a bit annoying, because this arm used to be the easiest one to get out, but now it's the hardest one. There you go. There we go. That one was bad. This arm definitely wasn't as bad as it used to be. When I first got this figure, this arm was a pain to get out, and that's why I never decided to transform again after that. Until now. Right, and so that is Broadside in robot mode. Now what you can do is you can take the vibro axe, which you will do the gun first. You've got the plasma pulse gun. Again, it's a pretty cool looking weapon, I quite like it. And that will go in his hand like so. It's not really a tight fit in there. No, not really a tight fit in any of his hands. Doesn't really. Yeah, okay, but it holds it, so that's good. And then you take the vibro axe, which looks pretty cool. Quite a unique weapon. And that goes in the other hand. And that is Broadside in robot mode. And now this is a terrible robot mode. Yes, this is definitely the worst triple changer, in my opinion. I think a lot of people would agree with that. It's got a good head sculpt. Is that focusing on the head sculpt? I love the head sculpt. The head sculpt looks fantastic. And it's got some cool weapons. And this vibro axe is pretty neat. But he's a rectangle. He doesn't look very good, to be perfectly honest. He's just very thin, to be honest. Yeah, it's very strange, really. He's just got these tiny arms, which will only move at the elbow. And this gun is a bit of a floppy mess now. Yeah, this gun doesn't really stand up particularly well, does it? Yeah, that is it though. His legs are all one piece. His legs are fused together. I don't like these parts on the feet. I think this looks better, but I haven't seen anyone do that. And he stands up okay like that, doesn't he? Anyway, that's not the official transformation. The official transformation kind of sucks, but there we go. And that is... See, the gun's even moving now. Anyway, that is Broadside in robot mode. And if we bring in the other triple changer, which I have, the other Autobot Triple Changer, Sandstorm. For starters, he's much taller. And this one is easily the best. And this one is easily the worst, unfortunately. They look quite good together. I still need Springer to complete the set of Autobot Triple Changers. If I get him, I'll bring in all three again so we can see them all together. They don't look too bad together, to be honest, but they look quite good together. But on his own, Broadside is a funny one. He's nowhere near as good as Sandstorm there. He's just got a very strange look to him. He's very thin. I mean, the robot mode is very thin. It's basically like a square, a brick. All you're getting is arm articulation. He's not the worst G1. He's not the worst G1 Transformer. It's not the worst robot mode in the world, but it's definitely not the best either. It's far from the best. Unfortunately, it's definitely edging towards the worst. Edging more towards the worst. The head sculpt is the best part about it. However, what I like to do is I like to get the missiles to give them a cooler look, and you can still attach these. I forgot to show that I attach them in the aircraft carrier mode as well, actually, on these posts, give them like some armaments. What I like to do is I like to attach these to the side, to the shoulders at the back here, or to the back here even, like so. Is that going to... that's fine. Oh, everyone's falling over now. I need to... There you go, just bring that out a bit more. And I think he looks a lot cooler with these missiles coming off the back like that. I really like that look. I think that's pretty cool, and that is as good as it's going to get. Right, so I don't recommend this figure. If you want a good triple changer, if you want the best one, if you want a really good one, I'll definitely get Sandstorm. If we're talking about the Autobots anyway, Sandstorm's definitely my favourite out of the Autobot Triple Changers. Looks fantastic. However, Broadside does have painted eyes, so that's one overall he's got there. But that is it. This gun is terrible. I don't know why the gun's so loose in his hand now. A bit of a shame. I can't remember if it's like that earlier. But yeah, it's just a very awkward robot mode, really. I kind of like it, but yeah, it's not the greatest, is it? He's just very strange. He's very weird. This robot mode is very, very odd. It is just like, it's like a rectangle, basically. If you put him side by side, he just looks really strange compared to the rest of the toy. Anyway, right, it's the retroaction with Transformers G1 Broadside. Yeah, I don't know about this figure. I mean, I'm keeping it, obviously. I've had him a while now, but I don't know if I can't really recommend it, to be perfectly honest. I mean, I like the head sculpt. I like how he looks at those missiles on his back there. I like the vibro axe. I like the weapons, it's pretty cool. And he does look good on display with the rest of the Autobots, but on his own, he's a bit strange. He's not great at all. Right, it's very attractive, thanks for watching. And see you next time. It doesn't stand up, does it? He stands up a bit good, huh? Right, see you next time. Bye. Bye for now.